What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney 6, where Queen Garen has just made her appearance as the prosecutor for the case. That's Queen Garen. Talk about an extreme makeover. It's all coming back now. The feel of my blood pumping through my veins. You're not supposed to feel that, but okay. Woe to you, O enemies of Kurain, for I shall personally slice, dice, and grind you up into hog feed. I don't suppose I can ask her to roll back to her polite pre-makeover personality. Know this, lawyer. Yes? Now that I stand as prosecutor, consider your defense's bench a headsman's scaffold. If you wish to leave any last words, I advise you to start thinking of them now. While you still have a head with which to think, that is. She's dead serious. Why wouldn't she be? Now it's time for the divination seance. Rafa, come forth. Your benevolence, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Your benevolence, I understand it may be difficult for you, but may we proceed with the divination seance? Yes, let us proceed. Hurry up! Forgive me for asking, but are you feeling physically unwell? If so, I'd advise you to avoid any undue exertion. Your benevolence, hurry up! What's wrong? It's like her mind's anywhere but here. I wonder what's wrong. A lot's happened since yesterday. On top of the murder of her beloved father, she found out that he'd been planning a coup. And today she'll have to experience his death through his own eyes. That would be enough to shake anyone up. Still, it seems like she's worse off today than she was yesterday. Yeah, I don't remember her being this depressed. We must speak with our child. It is a mother's duty to discipline her child, after all. Now, if you'd excuse us. Discipline. Coming from her, I don't like the sound of that at all. Wait. Garen didn't do something to her, did she? Your Eminence, about today's divination seance. As I understand it, the prosecution is yet to review its content. Is this deviation from protocol a part of your plan? Prosecutor Sadmati, would you care to explain your actions? Your Eminence, the accused was caught at the scene of the crime. Therefore, I deem no seance would be necessary for such a clear-cut case. That's stupid. You and your bleeding heart. You seek to spare Rafa the trauma of witnessing her father's death. Is that why you've done this? Man, those nails are crazy. Not at all. You were concerned for me, Sadmati. That's oddly compassionate of him, all things considered. Your Eminence, your Majesty, regardless of what is best for her benevolence, this case is blessed with a bounty of incontrovertible evidence. So I believe we can reach a swift verdict without devoting precious time to a seance. You have a point. Personally, I'd like to spare her benevolence any undue misery. Experiencing the murder of a loved one is a burden no one should have to bear. Yes, yes. How long is this going to go on for? Sadmati, your Majesty. Can this trial truly proceed without a divination seance? I can't blame her for not wanting to experience her father's murder firsthand. Your Eminence, what are your feelings on the matter? Shall we have her benevolence return home for such much-needed rest? We shall not! You fools spoil her with your feckless words of compassion. Listen well, Rafa. You've spoken time and time again about how grown up you are now. Yes, but... So let us see if the royal priestess has truly come into her own. Are you prepared to fulfill your duty and perform the divination seance as you should? Yes. That's better. See? Problem solved. Poor Rafa. Is this really a good idea? I guess we'll see. Very well, let us begin. The divination seance. Nana, my robe. Oh. Looks like Nana's still missing. It's been a whole day already. 1 whole day! Barbed head. Yes? You remove my robe. What? Why me? Don't keep her benevolence waiting now, Mr. Wright. Can't you see she's ready to begin? Great. I have been reduced to royal robe remover. Sounds like a pretty sweet position to me. It's like she's grooming Mr. Wright to be Nana's replacement. Very well, your benevolence. Please start when you're ready. Come, Rafa, you know what must be done. There's no turning back now. I know. The final memories of the deceased. This should be interesting.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Oh man, this could be the last divination seance. What? Hag? We didn't get to see it! Your benevolence! What's wrong? Do your job! This is unacceptable! Bailiff, take her benevolence to the first aid station. This is not good. Man, I was all hyped up and ready to see something. Your Eminence, do you have any idea why her benevolence collapsed so suddenly? It seems she was not ready for what the deceased was to reveal. It overwhelmed her. Her inexperience and immaturity left her ill-prepared to face her father's death. And she said she could go through with it. How very disappointing. I know someone who's not winning Mother of the Year. Ever. Ooh. I mean, of course Rafa's going to be overwhelmed. She's still just a child. It seems we have no choice but to move on to witness testimony, Your Majesty. Oh yes, let us proceed. Bailiff, summon the first witness, if you would. Is this not the accused? It is indeed. I thought I'd give him the opportunity to plead his case. For true justice is more than a unilateral presentation of the facts by the prosecution. That seems uncharacteristically fair of her. However, should the accused fail to produce convincing testimony, he, along with his cabal of traitorous lawyers, shall immediately be found guilty, and their heads will roll from their shoulders. I should have known there was a catch. Your court, your rules, same as it always was, I see, Garen. Now then, Mr. Dirk Sadmati, if you could enlighten us as to what happened. Well, I would if I could. I was struck by a sudden dizziness the moment I entered the tomb. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand, and lying right in front of me was Inga, dead as a doornail. I have no recollection of what happened in the interim. But I didn't kill him. At least, I don't think I did. It'd go against everything I believe in. Looking good. That didn't explain squat. For the record, let it be known that the accused's fingerprints were all over the murder weapon. And since he was caught in the act, there was no chance for a third party to tamper with it. Well, that certainly seems to point the finger at you, Mr. Sadmati. Even as a lawyer, I have to agree with you there, Your Majesty. I'm gonna die! Seriously, Dirk, this is no laughing matter. This is exactly what Garen wanted. To have Dirk try to plead his case only to fail miserably. How long can she go? Lo. Behold this most unpleasant of spectacles and let it be etched into your soul. See how instead of accepting the inevitable, those fish-brained lawyers flounder and flop themselves straight into the abyss of despair. Everyone is so wordy. Yes, Your Eminence, show me the way! Now then, would the defense please begin their cross-examination? Oops. Hold it! You were struck by a sudden dizziness. Was it because of his illness? Is that something that has ever happened to you before? Can't say that it has. Maybe age is catching up with me. I'm no spring chicken after all. That's not the issue here. A most cunning excuse, one befitting an insidious insurgent. Oh? A killer who does not recall his crime. How very convenient. Next, I imagine you'll plead insanity. You aim to seek a lesser sentence through excuses and subterfuge, do you not? Objection! Don't make me laugh, Your Benevolence. How dare you? I'm merely stating my innocence. I have no intention of offering excuses. It's your baseless speculation I decry as foolish. You deceitful witch. Is it your wish that I should claim your head right now, in this very hall? Well, that would certainly speed things along. Hold it! Dirk, why don't you let me handle it from here? And if there's anything you need to say, you can say it through me, okay? Anything to stop you from needling the queen. If you know what I mean. Next time you have an objection, you'd better have some proof to go with it, Dirk. The accused will continue with what he does recall of the crime. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand. Hold it! Do you recall anyone putting the knife in your hand, Dirk? Wish I could say I did, but I don't remember a thing from before I came to. You think there might have been a third party in the tomb, son? Yeah, because if you didn't do it, then the real killer must have been there with you.
Objection!
You called, Your Eminence? Does she go anywhere without those goons? Was there a third party in the tomb when you were securing it? No, Your Eminence. We searched high and low, but found no one of the sort. And there you have it. Oh, right, they did search the place. Furthermore, my guards had the entire tomb surrounded, so there was no way for anyone to escape. That's right, no one got in or out without our knowledge. Her Eminence's on-site directives were absolutely flawless. Diarrhea. Do you see now? The presence of a third party is beyond the realm of possibility. The tomb was, for all intents and purposes, completely sealed off from the rest of the world. What a waste of time. How could it be any more obvious? Dirk must be the killer. Thanks for nothing, gallery guy. As if our graves weren't already deep enough. Accused, what do you believe about the possible presence of a third party? Well, based on the situation you presented, I'd say the chances are slim to none. You didn't have to agree with her, Dirk. Let the accused's statement be added to his testimony. Very well, Mr. Sadbani, if you would. It's like, the more we press, the thinner our case gets. Well, let's keep pressing and maybe we'll work out the wrinkles in it too. The possibility of a third party being there in the tomb is probably non-existent. Now, let's see what we can do about this. Let's see here. Let's see. Aha!
Objection!
Your Eminence, I'm afraid this trial will not go exactly as you anticipated. Because I can show how there might have been a third party in that tomb. How very fascinating. Go on, I do so love a good fairy tale. We did a luminol test at the crime scene, and we found a blood stain that didn't match the Justice Minister's blood. I'll remind you that neither Dirk nor Miss Faye were injured during the incident. The thing is, this bloodstain we found had been wiped up by someone. What's this? But who would have done such a thing? That's the big question, isn't it? Who wiped up the blood and why? Thinking about it logically, it must be someone who wanted to conceal their presence at the scene of the crime. And to whom do you suppose the bloodstain might belong? The bloodstain belongs to... the real killer? The real killer? Of course. Whoever it was, they were probably shot while they were attacking Minister Inga. And since their blood would give them away, they had to wipe it up. I say this because we know for a fact that the Justice Minister fired his gun in the tomb.
Objection!
You have the memory of a flea. There was nowhere for anyone to hide. This too is a known fact.
Objection!
But a blood stain from a third party means there must have been someone hiding there. Very well then, tell me this. Where was this third party hiding? The crime scene was thoroughly searched after it was discovered. So if there was a hiding place, it would have to be somewhere no one would dare look. Let's have your answer, defense! Where could a third party have hidden?
Take that!
There's one place no one would search, not even the Queen's Royal Guard. And that would be... inside Queen Amara's sarcophagus. Even now, it's locked up tight. No one would find you if you hid there. I'm told that it's temperature controlled to preserve the mummy within. But if someone dressed warmly enough, they could withstand the cold for a short time. This is sacrilege! Surely the perpetrator of such a foul deed would be cursed. But that's just it. The killer knew everyone would be too scared to open the sarcophagus. True. The guards were so scared of being cursed they wouldn't even touch it. And when the coast was clear, the killer made a quick escape from within the frigid confines. Well, now, that does sound like a plausible method of evading capture. The defense requests a DNA test on the bloodstain. And then we'll see just who the real killer is.
Such insolence!
Bow your head and kneel, lawyer. So your head may be parted from your shoulders. But the trial's not even over. How soon you forget. You're already on the headsman's scaffold. As such, I can order your beheading at any moment. All I did was request a DNA test. There's no need to request such a test. Royal Guard, bring it forth now. Here you are, Your Eminence. The police have already identified the source of the blood stain. The DNA test revealed that the blood is of the traitor Dirk Sadmati. But Dirk wasn't injured, so where did his blood come from? Maybe he coughed it up. Dirk's illness. Still, there was a lot of blood. Could he have really coughed up that much? And did he wipe it up to hide his failing health? Is it really that bad? Ah, shoot, you got me! Pay attention to Horn Devil, for this case has already been solved. You claimed that this bloodstain would lead us to the real killer, did you not? About that. Did you or did you not make that claim of your own volition? Yes, I did. After she steered you in that direction, that is. I fell right into her trap. Do you see now the folly in opposing the very embodiment of the law? Whatever you say or do shall come to no avail. A third party at the scene of the crime? It's beyond the realm of possibility. Praise be for Queen Karen! Her Eminence's legal tactics are beyond compare. Hate to say this, but she really got us good. The key to Amara's sarcophagus is under the protection of the royal family. My husband and I are the only ones who could open it. Therefore, it would be impossible for some knave to open it. Can I really discount the sarcophagus as a hiding place, though? What if the real killer is still in there? No, that's just ridiculous. I believe we have rebels and sympathizers in the gallery today. It is to you I speak. Have you been listening? Dirk Sadmati, the one who proclaimed a bloodless revolt, has betrayed your cause by resorting to murder. The Defiant Dragons and their sympathizers are starting to have doubts. So this is why Garen allowed us to cross-examine Dirk. By establishing his guilt in Inga's murder, she's effectively damaged his reputation among those who support him. True, but now we have an even bigger problem. And now, filthy lawyers, you'll honor your end of the bargain. Accept your guilty verdict for your failure to explain your client's actions. And this is where I'm going to end today's video. So stay tuned tomorrow for the next one! And thanks for watching. Bye-bye!